what happened with Honeyman. You're trying to get by him. That kind of seemed to be kind of the turning point to the whole thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was the big turning point for the whole thing. I mean, I don't know that we would have held the 98 off, but he came off a pit road and had a huge moment right in front of us, and then got side by side, and at that point it's hard. Like, I mean, obviously I know that he's come off a pit road, but at that point you're the leader, and you're trying to just navigate the waters the best you can. And when we got the big run off of 4, I thought we were going to be okay, and I drove it in there pretty good to try to make sure I was clear, and he drove it in as deep or deeper than I did. And at that point, I mean, it's kind of, you're just hanging on. I mean, these cars side by side is so difficult, and I don't think we ever made contact. I don't know if the video showed if we made contact or not. I don't think.
Looked really close.
Yeah,
So
we never. I'm pretty confident we never touched, but obviously he ended up getting the worst end of the deal. So I hate it for those guys, but I also felt like it was kind of a weird scenario. I mean, he about crashed twice coming off the end of pit road already before that, and then had kind of a big moment. So I don't know. I'll go back and watch it, and if I need to reach out this week, I'll reach out this week, but I don't know.
What were you trying to do on that last restart, and what's your your emotions after this?
I mean, obviously emotions are down. I'm frustrated at how the day ended. It all started the restart when we pitted, and some guy, the 48 was on no tires, and the 21 and the 9 were on 2, I think, at that point. The 9 just didn't get going in front of us, and it really jammed up that top lane, and I got up and got out of the groove, and from there I just never felt like I got the tires back. Once I got way up high, even those last couple restarts, I mean, I've been fighting a tight condition kind of all day, and I was anything but tight that whole last run. So I don't know. We'll go back and lick our wounds and try to figure it out. I'm super frustrated at myself. The team did a phenomenal job all day. They were lights out on pit road. The pit crew was amazing. Jim made a great call on pit road and our pit strategy, and brought me an unbelievable race car. So, I'm going to put this one on myself and walk out of Texas really angry at myself, and come back here next year and hopefully have a little bit better finish.
That final restart, it looked like after that, it looked like there was a moment with the 98. He obviously had to pit. Can you walk through what happened there?
No, I think the 98 got together with somebody in front of me.
Okay.
And
I just saw you check up.
Yeah, I had to check up. He got together with somebody in front of me there, and kind of jammed. Like, it was a really weird exchange. It was so hard. I mean, when you're on the bottom here, it is so difficult. I cannot tell you enough how difficult it is to be side by side with somebody, especially if that outside car kind of gets any closer to you. And that's one of the beauties of the Cup car right now that we're seeing, is that they're able to run side by side a lot better than we are. We can obviously run a lot better front to back. Made it so difficult today, and guys were, as the race went on, guys were getting more and more aggressive with how close they were getting and how much room they were leaving. And obviously at the end there, I saw quite a few guys get together on those last couple restarts just because there was no extra room there.
Did you see the 1 in 39 battle from where you were, and what were you thinking if you saw it?
First of all, I couldn't believe that the 39, I don't know what happened in 1 and 2, but I mean, he went way high and just missed it. And I thought that there was no way that the 1 was going to get to him, and obviously the 1 was clear of him getting into 3. I really don't know if he just drove it into 3 thinking that he needed to slide up in front, and the 39 just crossed him back over. But I felt like if they were side by side getting into 3, that it was going to be a lot more beneficial to myself, just because I wasn't close enough to battle him at that point. But I felt like if they were side by side, they were probably going to get together. But Sam did a great job on that last restart and the last couple restarts, and then ultimately put himself in good position to have the shot at it and make it stick. And coming to the line, I mean, they were beating and banging, and I really thought the 39 won from the angle, from the inside. I really thought the 39 won, and when I just watched the replay back, I was like, well, he did until about 5 feet before the start finish line, and then it was an inch or two. So this place, you run around here all day, and this place never fails to come down to a late race restart and a finish like that. And I mean, obviously that's good for the fans. They want to see action, and they want to see the craziness at the end, and I just wish we were part of it.
I know you're frustrated with the way things finished today, but the speed you mentioned, having such a good car again here, like, is that a silver lining that you can move forward with, or does the frustration kind of overshadow that?
I'll take a bad car and a win here. After all the good cars and not winning here that we've had, I said I think we've given it away every way we can possibly give it away, and I feel like today was just another part of that. I don't know. this one's gonna hurt for a little while, but we go to Talladega next week, and we can, that's the beauty of the sport, right? We can rebound and turn it around and go from there. So.
I know on yesterday in the media center, you said that, along with Watkins Glen, this is one of the places you wanted to win at so bad. Obviously, this one will hurt, but, when we come back next year, it's probably going to be even more motivation to finally get it done, right?
I mean, today's the reason why I love coming to this place and why I want to win here. I've had days like today multiple times, and it just seems like it never works out in our favor. So, I think, Bob, we talked about this. I think that ties me with Kyle for top 10s. So that's a pretty cool stat. I wanted to tie Dale Jr. for wins today, though. That would have been even cooler. But either way, what I've been able to accomplish in my career and the teams that I've had around me, the people that I've had around me, yeah, it stings today, but I'm gonna look at this tomorrow and just enjoy the moment for sure.
I think everybody's had probably run-ins with Sam at some point, but what can this do for him to execute that and not end up in the wall or end up doing something that maybe people would criticize?
Well, I mean, the ones definitely had a rough start to the year, and they've had some tribulations and trials that they've gone through, and so to see them be able to pull it off, I mean, obviously they were really close last week, and they turned it around this week, and were able to go to victory lane. That's big. But it's not just big for Sam and that one car, it's big for the whole shop, right? I mean, at one point, I think all 4 of us were in the top 6 or 7. I don't know where we all ended up finishing, but for us to run like we did today, have the speed all day, and then for the one to close it out, I feel like that's where we should be as a company and as a group, and we've not been able to do that all year, and we're finally, I feel like, maybe getting to where we need to get to show up every week and be a force to go try to win.
What do you think has been different the last?
AJ, it's an interesting day out here today. You brought your Celsius Chevrolet home 4th. Bit of a rough and tumble last 25 laps out there, but how was it for you today?
Physically, it was hard just trying to fight the cold or a flu, and so I felt like crap in the race car, but proud of everybody on our Celsius Chevy. We struggled a little bit in the first stage, and I think we made it a lot better the second and third stage. I didn't do a good job on pit road there. I missed our pit box. The wind blowing, we didn't have any signs up, so I just completely missed it. But we fought back, and I felt like there we probably had a third, fourth to sixth place race car. We didn't fire off great on any restarts, so I feel like that's where those guys were a little bit better. They could get away from us, and then we start maybe managing, if not being a little bit better, but at that point you're running kind of hundreds of seconds off the guys ahead of you. So overall proud there, good restarts, good pit stops, and just a good day.
Now you mentioned the wind kind of throwing you off on the pit lane, but how was the wind out there on the actual track? Did it affect your handling?
I mean, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, honestly. You just know it's blowing into turn 3, so you just got to give yourself little room for error there getting into turn 3, but honestly the wind never was a huge factor. I felt like moving the car around.
All right, it's been a tough couple of races for the 16 team. Getting back in the top 5 give you a little bit of momentum going forward?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of racing. You go through your ups and downs, and part of that is we need more speed in the race car, and I thought last week was a good sign of actual speed in the race car. Obviously didn't get the result we wanted, but that was encouraging. And then I felt like today was a step in that same direction to kind of run up front, or at least close to the front most of the day, and just keep trying to learn. That's all we can do is just keep trying to get better.
All right.
Wyatt Watson with FrontStretch.com here with Cole Custer. After running solidly in the top 5 all day, can you describe your day today?
Yeah, it was just a hard-fought day. We weren't all we wanted to be today. We had a solid car, but just really fought for every single point and tried to get the best finish we could. And we got some good points, still second in points, I think gaining on first. So we're making the most of it. Our guys are doing a great job on pit road, and we just got to keep it rolling and find that last little bit. So we have some ideas for the future, and we'll try and get a little better.
And then how was it running the Andy's first in Custer car? How fun was that,
It was awesome.
promoting everything?
We wanted to get him a win. We wanted that Custer cone in victory lane, but we did get dollar cones on Monday, so be sure to go to buy Andy's. So they were just great people and great people to work with. So we want to give them a win today, but got a solid one.
Thank you, Cole.
Drivers, you can win a chance at $25,000. Get your own digital collectible trading cards at racefacedigital.com in standard. Premier, and Elite variations. It's free driver enrollment. Use the displayed promo code to win a chance to crack the vault for $25,000. But hurry, this is limited to only the first 100 drivers. Enroll at racefacedigital.com/drivers now.
What up? It's Brad Perez. Click subscribe and watch one of the 2 videos right beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.